Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin is a Russian politician and former intelligence officer. He was the Prime Minister of Russia from 1999 to 2000 and again from 2008 to 2012. Whoever does not miss the Soviet Union has no heart. Whoever wants it back has no brain. We shall fight against them, throw them in prisons and destroy them. He who does not regret the breakup of the Soviet Union has no heart. He who wants to revive it in its previous form has no head. I have always reacted negatively to those who, with their snotty noses and erotic fantasies, prowl into others' lives. Maybe they have nothing else to do in America but to talk about me. To forgive the terrorists is up to God, but to send them there is up to me. It's better to be hanged for loyalty than rewarded for betrayal. There is no happiness in life. There is only a mirage on the horizon, so cherish that. Come fight us now, Napoleon. Above all, we should acknowledge that the collapse of the Soviet Union was the major geopolitical disaster of the century. The Comrade Wolf knows whom to eat, as the saying goes. It knows whom to eat, and is not about to listen to anyone, it seems. My English is very bad. Terrorism has no nationality or religion. We shall fight against them, throw them in prisons, and destroy them. My personal position is that society must keep children safe. Everything will probably never be okay, but we have to try for it. I don't read books by people who have betrayed the motherland. If you aspire to be a leader of your own country, you must speak your own language, for God's sake. Iraq is a small but very proud nation. I think the American people should express their preferences, and we'll accept their choice. Russia and China are very natural partners. We are neighbors with an immense common border. The more intermediaries there are, the more problems there are. Politics should not interfere with sports, and sports should impact politics. We're no longer in the Cold War. Eavesdropping on friends is unacceptable. At last, Russia has returned to the world arena as a strong state, a country that others heed and that can stand up for itself. I think happiness is love. I go to the gym. I swim daily, and from time to time, I meet with friends and do extracurricular stuff. You must obey the law, always, not only when they grab you by your special place. No one should be allowed to violently trample on the law. It is necessary to suppress any extremist actions on all sides, regardless of their origin. Our military might is the guarantor of Russia's security and independence. If you want my personal attitude, I would tell you that I don't care about a person's sexual orientation. We are all different, but when we ask for the Lord's blessings, we must not forget that God created us equal. The United States and Russian security services regularly exchange information. Protest actions and propaganda are two slightly different things. Radicals can be found in any environment. No references to the need to fight terror can be an argument for restricting human rights. I believe that the presidential term should be limited. Terrorists are always a threat to someone. If we'll be scared of them, it means they have won. I swim almost every day, 1,000 meters. I think we should not control the internet. You can swim any way you like in the Dead Sea, actually. I spend a little time every day to play sports. U.S. society doesn't want to play the role of international policeman.
Between major countries, there certainly always are some common ground and points of tension. Thieves must sit in prison. What is a rich state? It is obedience to the existing law. I am not prejudiced in any way. I myself know some people who are gay. We're on friendly terms. I'm not prejudiced in any way. The growing economic potential of India and Russia is mutually complementary in many respects. Libya is divided into tribes and clans. The Russian people have their own cultural code, their own tradition. McCain fought in Vietnam. I think that he has enough civilian blood on his hands. The democratic choice Russian people made in the early 90s is final. My working and personal relationship with President Obama is marked by growing trust. I appreciate this. Russia does not want confrontation of any kind, and we will not take part in any kind of holy alliance. I am convinced that the norm in Russia should become a family with 3 children. Cromwell is just as much of a bloody dictator as was Stalin. Our society, including the liberals, must understand that there must be order. The Russian people and Russian culture are the linchpin, the glue that binds together this unique civilization.